Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, Walking with Purpose. And today I have another great topic here for you guys and gals. And that topic is, if I can even make it on the way to my trail, I'm just not happy how to turn this around. I'm just not happy how to turn this around. Okay, well, I'm walking in some deep grass right now. I like to keep it raw, honest, and real. So, if you have been living your life in a very unhappy and miserable way, I'm going to share with you folks here today some tips and tricks that can turn your attitude around, that can change your attitude, which will also change your life. In every single aspect, it will change your life if you just change your attitude. But first, you have to identify what is making you unhappy. What is making you unhappy? You have to identify that and correct that, which will make you happy, and fix every aspect of your life that you feel you're struggling at or failing at, right? So, let's take, for example, let's say maybe you're a little overweight or you're very overweight. Weight is a very common thing that makes just about anyone unhappy. You would think that more so, women are unhappier about being overweight than men, but you'd be quite wrong. Men are just as unhappy about being overweight as women are. It's just they handle the emotions a little bit differently. Men kind of tend to keep it, locked deep within, which makes matters worse. At least women will talk about their struggles. Will share their struggles with other women. I'm just passing by a work crew here. Give me just a second. But the problem with men is that men don't like to talk about their issues with anyone. So a man that's overweight just wants his buddies to accept him and not talk about it with him and not help him work through it, right? I've had that issue in the past regarding some of my friends that have been overweight. And I had a friend of mine in the past, come up to me and say, "Hey, Eli, how come you always have a girlfriend and you have no problem meeting women and making lots of friends? But I just, I can't even get one girl to talk with me." And this was a friend of mine that was 100 pounds overweight, and not only that, he would wear his clothes 2 or 3 times before he would wash them, meaning that, he'd do a load of laundry, and let's say, he had 10 shirts and 10 pants, right? Okay, he would wear those 10 shirts and 10 pants 3 times before washing those garments again. And so, he had a weight issue. He had a hygiene issue. Hygiene is very, very, very important, right? And when he asked me, I said, "Listen, dude, do you want me to be real honest with you, which will probably hurt your feelings? Or do you just want me to tell you what you want to hear?" And he ended up telling me, actually, just give it to me straight, right? I said, "Are you sure, man? Because I know your emotions have gotten a little out of whack in the past, and I just don't want to trigger you, okay? You're not going to trigger me, bro. Just tell me. I want to make that change, right?" "All right." So then I told him exactly what I just said. I said, "Dude, you're 100 pounds overweight. You're not happy about that. So how's that going to come off to other people? And quite frankly, women are not going to be attracted to most men that are 100 pounds overweight. Secondly, dude, you got to wash your clothes more often. Wear your clothes one time And then, throw your dirty clothes in the hamper. When the hamper gets full, put it in the washing machine. Use some good detergent and excuse me. And then dry your clothes and boom. Use some fabric softener, etc., and you're going to have fresh clothes. That's another thing. What are you saying? Did I smell? Well, yeah, dude. You told me to be honest with you, right? Come on, dude. You're not being a real good friend, dude. Come on, man. You're attacking me. No, dude, I'm not attacking you. I'm answering the questions that you asked me. And I even warned you that you're probably not going to like what I have to say. The truth of the matter is, that's a former friend of mine that I used to be friends with. Back in my teenage years. I was friends with this guy probably for about 15 years. And probably about 15 years ago or so, maybe a little less than that, I just withdrew myself completely from our friendship because he's still 100 pounds overweight to this day. He still doesn't wash his clothes after every time he wears them. He hasn't made any of those changes. So why would I want to be around unhappy people? See, part of being happy, folks, is surrounding yourselves with other happy people, right? If you surround yourself with miserable people, even if you're a happy person, your attitude is going to shift. Because when you're around miserable people, okay, they don't want to see other people being happy. So what they're going to do is try to kick you down to their level so that way, they feel better about themselves, right? You've heard of the phrase, misery attracts company or something. I can't remember the exact phrase. But, like attracts like, which is what I'm trying to say. Misery attracts misery. And happy people attract happy people. The truth of the matter is, the miserable people need the help the most to snap out of it to become happy. The problem is, most of them are just not open to the help. Even if they ask you for the help, when you actually give them the truth on what it's going to take to help them turn their miserable lives around to happy lives, they get triggered. Right? So, when I say I'm just not happy, how to turn this around, it's up to you as an individual regarding the level of happiness you want in your life or the level of misery you want in your life. I've always told people, you're in control of your own destiny and your own journey. You're also in control of how you show up each and every day, regardless of where you go. It's up to you if you decide to shower and use some good soap and lather your entire body so you can smell good. It's up to you if you decide to use deodorant or not, which you should, right? Okay? It's up to you if you wash your hair, right? Or if you're like me, you're bald, then you wash your head. I still put shampoo on top of my head because, hey, even skin with no hair there can smell. That's how well I take care of myself. It's up to you to wash your laundry and only wear your clothes one time, before you wash them again, not 3 times like my former friend, right? So that way your clothes smell nice. It's up to you if you want to press your clothes and make sure they're not wrinkled, right? It's up to you if you want to wear a nice pair of shoes that's not ripped or torn, right? It's up to you how you show up each and every day. Not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally. It's a choice that you make. Now, a lot of people, show up mentally and emotionally based on how other people are treating them. But what I'm trying to share with you folks here today, there's somebody coming here, so I'm going to just come off to the side. what I'm trying to tell you folks here today is that you should not let other people dictate your attitude. You should not let what other people say to you or do to you affect you from being the true person. I'm trying to teach people here through my coaching business, my YouTube channel, and anywhere else this content is at, that you can rise above all of this. You don't have to pay attention to anyone else's drama or misery. If you just focus on yourself, just focus on being the best version of yourself you can possibly be. And no matter what happens, no matter who tries to trigger you on any given day, no matter who tries to talk smack about you, right? No matter what, put it in the back of your mind that you're not going to let any of that get to you. And you're going to show up with a happy, positive smile, right? And a great attitude, right? I'll say this before I wrap up this video here, okay? Look, you folks see me here as cool, calm, and collective, but have I always been that way? Absolutely not. And do I have moments every now and then? Sure, we're all going to have moments. Even the best of us that are experienced at this and have worked through this, we're going to have our moments, okay? And that's totally okay, all right? But if you just psych yourself up and have the attitude of where nothing that anyone says or does, which is what I'm trying to say, is going to bother me. And that way, when it actually happens, if somebody says something naughty about you, you can just come back and say, "Oh, I appreciate your opinion," in a cool, calm, and collective voice. I've had people attack me all my life, online and offline, right? And there were times where I used to let it get to me, but I don't let it get to me anymore. When people attack me now, I laugh at it. You know why? Because I understand deep within that they're really not attacking me. They're projecting their misery onto me because they perceive me to be happier than them, right? And if I can teach you folks to ingrain that in your brain, to keep it locked in your brain, it's going to turn your life around. And the truth of the matter is, the happier of a person you are, okay, you're going to come across lots of miserable people that are going to try to kick you down because they really truly want to be at your level, right? Just don't let anyone get to you. The happier you are, the more the miserable people are going to try to knock you down, right? Just ignore those people and focus on other happy and like-minded people, regardless of whatever it is, which is what I'm trying to say, that you're trying to accomplish, whether it's at a business level or a personal level, right? And when you do that, I promise you, you're going to have a fulfillment of happiness, and you're going to be happy all day, every day, no matter what comes your way, whether it is good or bad, because you're going to be able to just ignore the bad or just say, okay, well, thanks for your opinion. All right, seems like you're not having the best day. I'm going to let you go, so hopefully you can cheer up a little bit. Take care, right? Or you don't have to say anything at all. You can just say, okay, thanks for your opinion. Take care, right? Just walk away, right? And sometimes those people, they might just try to chase you down and say, oh, you think you're better than me, don't you? No, I know I'm better than you. That's what I would say. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I would say that. And I would say that not to try to sound like I'm all that or conceited or something like that, because I know that that's going to trigger them. And I'm not trying to trigger them because they're already triggered because they have a miserable life, right? They're already triggered at themselves or because they perceive me to be better than them. I trigger them because I want them to get to the point of where they understand that they're projecting, and there are people like myself that aren't fazed by their projections, and I'm not going to feed into their projections and lower myself just so they can feel better. If those people want to be my friend or be around me, they're going to have to rise up to my level. And that's what I'm trying to teach you folks to learn as well. And the same thing works in dating relationships. A lot of guys and gals will settle for someone that is way low on the totem pole compared to you, right? You got to look at it this way. In my opinion, never settle for someone that brings less to the table than you do. And that goes for both men and for women, right? The best thing to do is to try to find your equal. Find someone that you're at an equal playing level with. And that way, it's a great balance, right? But never, ever, ever settle for someone regarding a friendship or a dating relationship or a business partnership. Never settle for someone that is beneath you, and they're beneath you. Now, you're not trying to intentionally put them beneath you or be rude, but there are some people that are just well below your level because you've risen above all of the BS they still want to participate in regarding their life. So, folks, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you all for taking the time to listen to this message. Hopefully you learned something and your day's a bit brighter. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.